Megan, I heard you're getting married. Is that true? You didn't even give me a chance to say no. Did you do this without my permission? So you think you're all that now, huh?
What? How do you know about my marriage? Who told you?
Why are you asking how I know? An invitation to your wedding ended up in my mailbox this morning. Do you crave my attention that badly? Is that why you sent me an invitation? And now you're pretending you know nothing about it? That's such an immature way to handle things. You went out of your way to do that even though you know it's pointless. Quite pathetic.
What are you saying? Why on earth would I seek your attention? I never wanted you to know about my wedding in the first place. Why would I send a wedding invitation to the person who cut me out of her life? I no longer consider you my mother. I didn't even send it to you anyway. I would never.
Then what is this? Are you going to tell me that you made a mistake and it accidentally got delivered to us? Or some lame excuse like that? All you want is our attention, you spoiled brat. Give me a break. I can't believe someone would want to marry someone like you in the first place.
Ugh. I'll take a guess and say that my fiancé's mother sent the invitation. Even though I explained the nature of our relationship to her and asked her not to send it. I suppose she strongly believes in family love or something. She kept saying things like, "But you're family. She's your own blood," and wouldn't listen to me. So I wouldn't be surprised if she went ahead and sent out the invitations despite my request. It wasn't my intention, so feel free to discard it.
Oh, all right then. That's fine, I suppose. I was confused because I couldn't believe you'd want me to come to your wedding out of nowhere. I don't consider an ugly failure like you to be my daughter. You're nobody to me. My only daughter is my precious and adorable little Bonnie. She's the only one who matters to me.
Yeah, here we go again. I've heard that speech so many times, I can recite it by heart. If you want me to, I can. I'm a failure because I take after my father and never got good grades. I'm ugly and useless. And my little sister takes after you and is an honor student, so she's your most cherished possession. She's beautiful and makes you proud. Did I get it right?
That's correct. Plus, Bonnie just graduated from medical school and became a doctor at a well-known and prestigious hospital. There's no point in comparing you two. She's far superior to you. I'm so proud of her.
Uh-huh. I know. Growing up, you always treated us differently. You treated her like a princess and treated me like some stray dog. You'd make her blueberry pancakes for breakfast while giving me a can of tuna or something. You'd buy her brand new clothes all the time and give me hand-me-downs from the neighbors' older kids. You even gave Bonnie her own spacious bedroom while I had to sleep in the storage closet.
Are you finished yet?
Every Christmas, all the presents under the tree had Bonnie's name on them. I don't remember ever receiving a single gift. You took her to Disney World once and left me home alone for 3 days straight. I even remember when you got Bonnie a pet hamster and never allowed me to play with it. When I graduated from middle school, you stopped taking care of me completely. I managed to get a scholarship to attend a school with dorms. But when Bonnie went to medical school, you paid her entire tuition. Do you want me to continue?
Well, isn't that obvious? There's no reason for me to spend any money on a useless, ugly girl like you. It would be a waste. By the way, I won't be helping you pay for your wedding. And I won't be sending you any gift money. Not a single cent. But when Bonnie gets married, I'll go all out. I can't wait to throw her the biggest wedding ever.
I didn't expect you to send me anything in the first place. I didn't even want you to know about my wedding. You haven't changed at all. You're a despicable person. That's exactly why Dad left you.
What did you say? What do you mean by that?
It means exactly what it sounds like. He couldn't stand how you treated my sister and me so differently, and he couldn't bear to be around you anymore. He walked out right after I started high school. You go around calling people failures and whatever else, but you haven't realized that you failed in your marriage too.
Who do you think you're talking to like that? How dare you speak to me in that manner? What a rude and insolent woman you are. You'll never amount to anything in life. I would never attend your sad little wedding, even if it were the last place on earth. Even if you have children, I won't accept them as my grandchildren. They would be as ugly and useless as you are, anyway.
I don't want you to come. In fact, I don't want my kids to ever see your face. I don't want them to even know you exist. I'll make up some silly story about why you couldn't come, so my mother-in-law doesn't get upset. Goodbye.
And that's what happened. Can you believe that girl? I can't believe she's your sister. Even after I made an effort to reach out to her. How awful. You think she's awful too, don't you, Bonnie? How could she treat me like that?
Oh, Mom. She is awful. She's acting all superior just because she's getting married. She's quite arrogant and disrespectful for someone so unattractive, isn't she? Mom, I feel sorry for you. I apologize for what you had to endure.
Thank you, dear. You're all I have, Bonnie. You're the only person who matters to me in this whole world. That disappointment of a person is really getting on my nerves.
Wait, is she seriously getting married, though? She's way too unattractive for that. It must be some sort of lie. But even if it's true, that man she's marrying must be some unpleasant, unappealing person anyway. Probably some random guy off the street.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I honestly can't believe it. How can that unattractive witch get married before you?
I know, right? I just got a great idea. Maybe I should crash that woman's wedding. I can ruin everything for her.
Oh, what's this, now? I'm listening.
I mean, I'm still somewhat related to her. So I can sneak into her wedding without an invitation. Once I'm there, I can do something like accidentally spill alcohol on her dress. Accidentally knock over the cake. Or maybe I can even steal her fiancé. I'm more attractive than Megan anyway. So I'm sure he'll be easily drawn to me. Then he'll call off the wedding. He'll leave her to marry me. Then I can completely ruin her wedding and embarrass her for the rest of her pitiful life. What do you think, Mom? Doesn't that sound entertaining? I think she deserves it for bringing disgrace upon our family all these years.
Well, it certainly does sound interesting. That's my Bonnie. That's a brilliant idea.
That day, my boss is taking the day off from work. So it shouldn't be a problem if I'm absent for half the day. I'll just sneak out for a moment and crash her wedding. They won't even notice I'm gone.
Oh, how about this? You should wear a white dress to the wedding as well.
What? Seriously? Should I go that far? It's outrageous, but it's also amazing.
You should say something like, "Oh, I thought this was my wedding, so that's why I'm wearing this white dress. I'll get you a dress, don't worry about it." Make sure you get a good look at her foolish face when all of this happens. If possible, take a few pictures for Mom.
Okay. You can count on me. I'll definitely take some pictures for you. Maybe I can even post them online afterward.
I can't wait to see her reaction. I'll let you know when I have the dress ready. Megan, congratulations on your marriage. I hope your wedding brings you joy.
Excuse me? What's going on? Where is this coming from? This behavior isn't typical of you.
Come on now. I'm just expressing good wishes, and this is your response? What's wrong with me congratulating you?
You don't have any reason to congratulate me. Frankly, it seems like you have ulterior motives. What are you up to?
You're not a very pleasant person, are you? I knew it was a waste of time trying to be nice to you, but it doesn't matter. I won't be able to attend your wedding today. But Bonnie will be stopping by the venue. She's quite busy with preparations, so she will arrive late.
What? Nobody informed me about her coming. I'm certain I didn't invite her. My mother-in-law sent you an invitation, but she didn't send one to Bonnie. What's the reason for this?
She wants to make up for my absence. Wouldn't your mother-in-law appreciate someone from your family being there? Besides, she's your own sister. Maybe she simply wants to show her support. It was her idea. She's genuinely caring and kind, unlike you. She even took time off from her busy job to attend your wedding. Isn't that sweet?
Bonnie has never done anything to support me in her entire life. She hasn't been kind to me, nor did she play with me when we were children. Why would she suddenly decide to come to my wedding?
You should be grateful. She's doing this for you. She's still your sister, even if she hasn't been nice in the past. She's such a considerate and wonderful person.
Are you finished? Can I speak now? Listen. It doesn't make sense for her to crash my wedding without an invitation. There must be some hidden agenda behind this, otherwise, it doesn't add up.
I suppose you'll find out soon enough. Anyway, make sure you reserve a seat for your sister. Her arrival will surely surprise you with her gift.
I see. Well, I'll inform the reception staff to include her on the guest list. I just want to confirm something. Does Bonnie know who my fiancé is? I'm just curious.
No, she doesn't. And I doubt she cares either. Why would she need to know the unfortunate person who is marrying you? She's too busy to worry about such trivial matters. She leads a hectic life.
HM. Okay. That's her loss then.
Hey, Mom. This is really bad. I don't know what to do. Help. I can't believe this is happening to me.
What? What happened? Did you get a good look at her unpleasant face? It was probably 100 times less attractive than usual.
That's not what I'm texting you about. Mom, this is really serious. You have to listen to me.
What is it? Tell me what happened, then.
Megan's fiancé. He's the son of the director of the hospital. The hospital where I work.
What? You can't be serious.
That's right, I'm dead serious. He was my boss's son all this time. Which means he's next in line to take over the hospital. I can't believe it. I don't know what to do. I saw many of my managers, supervisors, doctors, nurses, and receptionists who work there at the wedding.
Goodness. Are you sure? That's not good, is it?
No kidding. It's way worse than not good. There were so many people who I knew there, so my plan got exposed right away. They all recognized me. What do I do? I don't even know if I'll be able to go to work tomorrow. I'll never be able to show my face in that hospital again. I definitely won't get away with a scolding, they're going to do much worse. I know it. What if they report me? Or even fire me? And now they know I was skipping work. This is horrible. If they spread this news throughout the hospital, I can't work there anymore. I can't be a doctor anymore.
No. What about your career?
Mom, what do I do? I ran out of there as fast as I could, but my supervisor is calling me nonstop. What do I do? Mom, you have to come and help me.
I don't know. I don't know, okay? I didn't even go to the wedding. This has nothing to do with me. This was your idea. Deal with it on your own. Leave me out of this.
What? You're the one who told me to wear this ridiculous white dress. You even agreed to me crashing the wedding. You were completely on board. All I did was do what you told me to. Yeah, it was my idea, but it's your fault too. You should do something about this.
Shut up. It's not my fault. You did this all on your own. All I did was give you the dress. This has nothing to do with me. You went and crashed it yourself.
Mom, you're so terrible. Don't leave me to figure this out on my own. I'm your precious and adorable little Bonnie. Mom? Mom, are you there? Don't leave me.
Hey, you. Stop ignoring my calls. You better answer that phone. Respond to me.
Wow, I have so many missed calls and messages. I've never seen so many notifications at once.
What were you doing all this time? Why were you ignoring me? This is really important.
I just got back from the after party. It was so much fun. I had the best time ever. Today was the most incredible day of my life.
You had a great time? Well, that's good for you. We're having the worst day ever, and it's because of you. Bonnie just arrived home and went straight to her room. She won't come out or even open the door. I've been trying to call her, but she doesn't answer. I don't know what to do.
Well, if I embarrassed myself like that in front of my coworkers, I wouldn't want to come out of my room either. I knew you guys were up to something. But I never expected Bonnie to try crashing my wedding in a wedding dress of her own. It was even worse than I anticipated, and I couldn't help but laugh.
Her coworkers? So it's true then? All the people at your wedding work at her hospital? And your husband? Is he really?
Yes, it's true. My husband is the heir to that hospital. I actually work at a pharmaceutical manufacturing company. And I met him through a project I was managing.
Why didn't you tell us earlier? If we knew your husband was Bonnie's boss, this would have never happened.
We've been estranged for years. I didn't feel the need to disclose that information. I didn't even remember Bonnie worked there, to be honest. But now that you mention it, I did recognize the name of the hospital. But I didn't consider it important. And even if I did decide to tell you, you would have just laughed and accused me of lying. It's pointless either way. I'm the one whose wedding was almost ruined. There's no reason for you to play the victim now. Despite the wedding proceeding without any issues, you both are in trouble. Especially Bonnie, because my husband didn't take the situation lightly.
Stop with this nonsense. You know this is all your fault. Because of you, Bonnie might never be able to work again. What are you going to do about it? She spent years in medical school, worked so hard, and invested so much in her education. She finally achieved her lifelong dream, and now you're going to ruin it like this?
Oh well, that's unfortunate, isn't it? Haven't you heard the saying, you reap what you sow? In other words, you have to face the consequences of your actions.
You need to do something about this. Tell them it was all a charade and you asked her to do it. Claim it was meant to be an entertaining act or something. Anything. Just make up a story. You have to let them know that you planned the whole thing.
Why should I? I don't have to do anything.
What do you mean why? It's for Bonnie's sake. Your little sister. What kind of big sister are you?
Now you suddenly want to act like we're a family? Both you and Bonnie have treated me like garbage all our lives. It's ridiculous that you're now trying to suck up to me. I won't put myself at risk to help you too. I politely decline.
What? How dare you? I raised you, and this is the gratitude I get? You ungrateful witch.
I'd rather be an ungrateful witch any day than help you. I never felt any reason to be grateful to you. You treated the pet hamster better than me. Besides, even if I did make up some story about the wedding incident, it wouldn't matter. It's too late for that now. I've already told them everything.
You did what? How could you?
When Bonnie ran out of the venue, my husband asked me what had happened. I had to explain our relationship to everyone. And I ended up sharing my entire childhood and everything. I disclosed all the terrible things you both did to me as I was growing up. I went into excruciating detail. And of course, I added some acting and dramatics while recounting my sob story. Some people even shed a few tears.
What the hell? You and your big mouth. How could you? You have no right to tell those random people about our private family matters.
After witnessing Bonnie in that state, they all believed me immediately. They all took my side. Even my mother-in-law, who never understood our relationship, finally had her eyes opened. She came to me crying and apologized for sending the invitation. She even feels like it's all her fault. She's willing to do anything to make up for it. So it seems like we'll have a smoother relationship. I guess I can thank you for that, I suppose. I never thought I'd actually feel grateful to you for anything. Imagine that. But anyway, we've gone off on a tangent. The point is, Bonnie might not have a job tomorrow.
Stop playing games with me. Take it back, all of it. Go tell them it was all made up. What will you do if Bonnie loses her job? You need to take responsibility for this. It's your fault, after all.
How is it my fault? You two tried to crash my wedding, remember? You failed and messed everything up on your own.
Well, it's your fault for even having the wedding in the first place. You never told us who your fiancé was. It's all your fault. Everything is your fault. You can't do anything right. You ugly failure of a human being. You've ruined our lives.
That's a baseless and ridiculous accusation. I can't continue this conversation. No matter what I say, you'll keep saying things like that. But tell Bonnie this. My father-in-law, or as you know him, the hospital director, is extremely angry. Bonnie might lose her job tomorrow. Even if they don't fire her immediately. Which I doubt, everyone at the hospital will know what she did. She'll likely be isolated and ostracized. She should start applying to other places. I wonder if anyone else would actually hire her, though. It's a small world in this city. Rumors spread quickly. Imagine, your beloved daughter, whom you raised so well. She became a doctor, only to end up unemployed. It's unfortunate for her.
What? What? You must be joking, right? Please, tell me you're joking.
We're not on joking terms, Tiffany. If you attempt to crash your boss's wedding, there's no way she can continue working there. Don't you understand that?
But we didn't know. Please, can't you do something about this? I hate seeing Bonnie like this. And if Bonnie loses her job, we won't be able to survive. I can't live if she's unemployed.
So, you've been relying completely on her income, haven't you? Well, I don't work at that hospital, and I avoid discussing work matters with my husband. So, there's really nothing I can do about it. After all, I'm apparently useless. I can't do anything right. Just as you've been telling me my whole life. Sorry.
No. Please. Can't you do anything at all? Please? I'm begging you to help me. Help your mom out, won't you?
My mom? Don't make me laugh. Just as you've never seen me as your daughter, I've never seen you as my mother either. I'm exhausted. I'm going to bed. Please, never text or call me again.
Wait. Wait, Megan. Please don't go. Can you please help me?
I hope you and your precious daughter, who destroyed her own life with her ugly personality, live happily ever after. Goodbye. It still baffles me that she had the audacity to show up at my wedding. Clad in a white dress, attempting to steal my spotlight. Her vain attempt only highlighted her foolishness. It's a sight to behold the pitiful spectacle they'd become. Post the debacle, Bonnie turned into a recluse. Walling herself within her home, away from the prying eyes of her colleagues and superiors. The consequence of her absence from work seemed inevitable, dismissal. Though I'm surprised they didn't show her the door right after the incident. Bonnie was always the golden girl, the apple of mom's eye, unaccustomed to failure. This was a first-time experience for her. It shattered her pride and self-esteem, akin to snapping a toothpick in half. Honestly, I'm unsure if she'll ever regain her former confidence. As for my mother, the loss of her only income source sent her spiraling into a panic. She attempted to cozy up to me. I cut off all contact, blocking her on WhatsApp and other social media platforms. I moved out of my previous home to ensure she couldn't track me down. And now, I live with my husband and his parents. With no means to contact me, she's hit an all-time low. She's surviving on her savings, but that won't be sustainable for long. I hear that the atmosphere in their house is anything but peaceful, with Bonnie and Mom engaging in daily arguments. Rather than seeking employment and improving their lives, they indulge in pointless conflicts. It's a clear indication of their poor judgment. As for me, life couldn't be better. My husband and his family have been incredibly understanding and supportive, and our relationship is truly wonderful. My mother-in-law treats me like her own, doting on me as if I'm still a child. Despite being an adult, I quite enjoy the affection. It's as if she's compensating for the motherly love I missed out on growing up. I'm deeply grateful for it. And the icing on the cake, she's always yearned for a daughter, so it's a win-win situation. I'm no longer subjected to condescension or disrespect. The kindness and warmth I've received from this family is something new for me, something I'm still getting used to. I'm so used to bracing for insults that their kindness catches me off guard. I suppose this is something I'll have to adapt to over time. My days are now filled with peace and happiness. I'm overjoyed and eager to bond more with my new family and embrace this beautiful new chapter of my life.